everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the world of coasters. Today is an excellent day.
Are you going to introduce me?
You know Louise. Come on, how many vlogs have you been in? Like every single one ever.
Yeah, well.
As I was saying, it's the first day, or not first day, second day of the theme park season, the main theme park season at Chessington World of Adventures. Park opened yesterday, which was a Thursday. However, we had work, so we couldn't come. However, this Friday is absolutely beautiful. We're going to have a look around the park, see what's on offer, see what's new. I do like coming to the parks after the close season to see what work they were doing. We came here back in January for Winter's Tale, the tail end of that. Yeah. And they were doing some work over in Wild Asia, but we'll see what we can see as we go around the park. We're not going to head over to Vampire first, which is like everyone's go-to when they get here.
You can hear people in the queue like, let's go on the Vampire ride.
Quite efficient getting into the park today. We do know of some ride closures, including the Monkey Swinger, Tiger Rock, Sea Storm, and Gruffalo, which they've actually given us 2 £5 vouchers for spending in the shops or in the restaurants. So I know there's some new merch as well, which we're going to have a look at. And I'm just excited for today. We're going to go over to Croc Drop first, yeah?
Yes.
So I was trying to say we're going past an absolute ensemble of cool kids, all excited for a new day at Chessington. So yeah, let's get it going. We've got some new paintwork just to show what they do over the close season. It's all little bits they do normally. Like it looks like they've painted the top of the Tortilla Pronto. I've missed this place. Oh, yeah, it's only just 10 o'clock. Park hours today are 10 till 5. Let's just get some rides on. So here we are, going to be the first ride of the day, the new edition for 2021. Croc Drop, absolute beautiful SBF drop tower. Very well themed, showing Merlin what they can really do. Looks like it's going to be a walk on. Like I say, the main flow of traffic for this park is everyone goes to Vampire first, Dragon's Fury. Yeah, that's hence why we're not. We're going to get over to Toon Blaster and all that because they have low capacity. Wow, I've got a halo above my head. But yeah, this can get quite a long queue due to its low capacity. But yeah, you excited to get back on it, Lou?
Yeah.
Let's go on Croc Drop. Let's go. So I never thought I'd say that an SBF Visa drop tower would be a good addition to a park, but that is absolutely brilliant. Getting a little bit,
like that, then.
Yeah. Well, it looks like that's how Merlin are now going to be doing their new rides. But yeah, like the theming on it really does make it just goes to show that you don't have to buy the most expensive ride. You can just get a cheap little one, theme it up, and it makes it such a good experience. Now, anyway. You may have noticed we're not actually going to Toon Blaster now, which was going to be our second ride, because they've got Safari open and it's only 10 o'clock.
Normally open at what?
Midday. It's normally midday. But when we were up there, of which I will add, Croc Drop wasn't spinning today, but hopefully we'll be able to get on this and see some of the animals having their morning feed. They normally get fed this time of day, so they should be all out, and it is a lovely day to view them. So let's hope all the queues are like this. It's very quiet here this morning. Of course it is an off-peak day, but in the last couple of years we've realised that you don't really get quiet days anymore, but I wonder whether that was because of the pandemic and people couldn't go abroad.
Especially on a Friday, which is when we tend to come.
It'll be very interesting to see how the crowd levels are this year. I'm not expecting it to be massively busy, like, you're maybe looking at a half-hour, 40-minute queue for Vampire later, but we're going to be walking onto this. We might even get our own truck to ourselves at this rate because there's no one here. That would be amazing. So we will see you on Safari, as it is one of the rides we are allowed to film on here. So yeah, at the front of the queue now, and our truck awaits. Hopefully this will be us on our own. There was no one else in the queue. It'll be interesting how long they wait. So we are off on Safari. We aren't alone. Another group in front wanted to go again, which I suppose is a good thing because it means the animals must be out. But we're at the back, so we're going to get all the bounce. As if you're nearer the front, you don't get a good view because of the wall at the front. But let's see what animals we can see. Are the flamingos out? Whoa. So for those of you that remember, last time we came here, you could actually walk down here, couldn't you? Yeah, we saw the giraffes. That was the Winter's Tale.
We saw the oldest giraffe here.
So let's go see if they're out at the moment. Normally in the morning they feed them, so they should be out. In fact, I can see them. Yeah, they are. So we're going to head round to them. But yeah, the path we went up was here, and it was really weird to actually walk along this road.
They're very old, and we're not sure exactly what they mean.
So yeah, the giraffes are all out this morning. When it's a bit dingy and rainy, they don't normally come out, but
Now,
yeah, have a look at them. We go round and see them.
animals are wild and can grow as tall as 6 meters. That's 18 feet.
That's as tall as a house.
Yes, and their long legs help them run at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour.
Right, mate.
To help re-establish the species in North Africa.
Oh, that's good news. Hopefully you'll soon be seeing some more magnificent beasts.
Rhinos are out.
We haven't seen a rhino in
The
a
rhino
few years,
around the
have
reserve are
we?
white.
Yeah,
They don't normally
Now,
come
you may
out.
want to hold on to your noses for a bit here, researchers.
Another one just over
If you
here.
get rhino,
Say the morning is feeding times. They're all in prime locations because they put their
yes,
food.
male rhinos like to be in their
in
own,
prime
so they mark
locations
out
for
their
viewing.
territory with bars of their guns, along with other males.
Their impressive horns are made from a chemical.
So into the cave. This a few seasons ago was given a bit of a refurb, and the effects in here are actually really good now. So I'll film them if you haven't seen them before. Sadly, the roller shutter isn't working. So there's a bit of light in here. It takes away from the effects slightly. Is the water effect going to work? Because there's no pumps going or anything like that. Oh, come on, Merlin.
I want a refund.
Merlin.
You've been paying to get in here, but still.
Merlin.
What was that?
Come on, it's the second day of the season.
That was so disappointing. The hype was.
We might as well just drive through it, nothing worse then. I was like halfway through, the door didn't shut, and then of course I noticed the water wasn't running. I was like,
I
oh.
wanted a little spray.
Right, so anyway, we're going to get off of this one and head over towards Tomb Blaster. So other than the very anticlimactic ending to that, I enjoyed it. It was at a nice pace, the animals had all been fed so they were out and about. Which sometimes on the more dreary days it can be a bit disappointing, can't it?
Yeah,
the animals just hide away. So yeah, for a walk on to see the animals like that is really good. Like I say, the effects at the end, come on Merlin, it's a water pump, you can fix that. Anyway, like I said a minute ago, we're going to head over to Tomb Blaster now and just see if they've done any work in there. From there we'll probably head over to Adventure Point, have a look at this new merch,
Yeah.
and maybe spend that £5 magic money we got.
Getting 5 ice creams with mine.
So here we are, next ride of the day, the classic that is Tomb Blaster. So Tomb Blaster, one of the classics of Chessington's lineup, opened with the park under a different name, the Fifth Dimension. And then they kind of got rid of it after about 4 or 5 seasons, I think, because the theme, the story wasn't very good on it. And then it got themed to Terror Tomb and the Forbidden Tomb. And since then, it's changed to Tomb Blaster, and it's been like this ever since. A couple of seasons ago, it got a refurb. It looks a lot better for it, so see you on the ride.
You'll be arriving shortly. Please prepare to board.
I know what they
we've just come off of Toon Blaster, and I love the ride. It's just so sad to see that like half the effects aren't working.
Especially when you've been on it like a multitude of times.
Oh god, yeah, like
you notice everything that's not working.
Bearing in mind 2 years ago this ride was given a full refurb and it was really
great.
It looks amazing. Boulder scene not working, that's quite common. Like I know they have a lot of issues with that. It's quite a complex mechanism.
A lot of the
points aren't working, or they're hanging down loose. Again, with the scene where you have the spotlight in the Anubis room, it's all lit up. There's no spotlight anymore. The snake, one of its eyes weren't working. It's just the little things. Which realistically, I know there's like, you know, you have to pay to get them repaired and all that, but for a theme park, it should be like the team that's in charge of that ride should be like, okay, snake eye not working, let's repair that. It should be like one of the first things they sort out. It's just a little bit disappointing because I really love that ride. It's got some great theming, which is actually authentic from the original ride when it was Terra Tomb. Just with a bit of TLC and upkeep, it could be amazing. Anyway, we're going to head over to Adventure Point now. We're going to grab a drink and go have a look at some of that new merch that's on sale in the main store. So just at the exit from Rainforest towards Market Square, they've actually removed the grass area now. This originally was a fountain here, and it was all green and murky a couple of seasons ago. Then it was grass, and now they've just made it a picnic area. Ben and Jerry's van was there, but this wasn't even done when we came in January, so this is really new. Really well done tarmacking and all that. They've still got the... Have they taken the wishing chair out? No, you know the old stone chair? Oh no, it's down here. Has it been moved or? No, so for those of you, for those of you who don't know what I'm on about, Chessington has a wishing chair here. It's part of the original estate, and it looks like a gravestone, but you can kind of make it. I don't know whether I can actually read it, but it's that word wishing seat. But yeah, you sit here. I wish for an RMC at Full Park. But yeah, general little things like upkeep of the park. They've got some new planters along here, new topiaries and all that. Like these fake topiaries along here. I think they're fake anyway. I haven't actually looked at them close up. They look too good for Merlin. Yes, they're fake grass, but various different animals. Oh. Last year they had the Elmer model there, and this is really new. You can see the mud's just been churned up. So we're going to head to the main store now and have a look around. So Market Square, or as I should be calling it, is now Adventure Point. I'm calling it by its old name. It's had a bit of a repaint. The old buffet, pizza and pasta buffet, has been repainted. Some new queue lines outside the Donut Express. Sadly this place is shut. We wanted to get a drink refill, but we're going to head into the gift shop now to have a look at the new merch on sale. Like I say, there's some new retro merch that is out there, and I might actually buy the new t-shirt because I do like it. It's got the original logo on it. So they've opened up the store. It still has a somewhat one-way flow, but they've now got gaps in it, which I never really understood why they had the one-way system in for so long after the pandemic. I know it's still ongoing somewhat, but all the restrictions have been gotten rid of in this country. But yeah, let's have a look at some new merch. These are new, aren't they? Little
that's so cute.
Letter holders or card post-it holders. Got the usual trophies, teddy bears. Any new pins for this season that you can see?
I've already got these.
And the magnet set. Doesn't look like they've got a lot in the way of magnets. They've got some old Winter's Tale ones. But yeah, there's not a lot in the way of new pins at all, to be honest. Some scarves. And the sale bit here, which they just have old pins and t-shirts. It's pretty standard offerings, to be honest, for the main shop. So here's some of the new clothing.
You need this one.
All the parks are doing this season. Started at Fort Park. They've got some vampire ones. How much are they? So they're £5. Quite expensive. The adult ones are up here.
Oh no, I don't like the adult ones.
They are a bit boring compared to the kids ones. But yeah, cool designs. I might get a pair of the vampire ones. They're quite cool to just have. Croc Drop and then some resort ones. But the main reason we came in here is for this retro merch here, which I can see myself getting this t-shirt down here. I really like this one. It's got the original logo on it. Just looks really cool. And then on the back we got adventuring like it's 1987. And for those of you interested, the price on that is £20. It's not terrible for theme park merch. And we got a £5 coupon, and I'll get my discount on that, so I think I'm going to get that. But I do love this hoodie. Have a look at this. Original Chessington colours. with the original logo. This is £40. Obviously we get 20% annual pass discount on it. Anything on the back?
Which
I do really like that, but I might get that later on in the season, but I'm going to buy that t-shirt for sure. We've also got the children's one here, which is a different design. I thought they did that in the adults, but it looks like they've got a kids design, which is cool, but the adult one I will be buying. Then there's some more generic theme park merch, including like, you know, the Smiler logo and all that. These are pretty cool. I thought it was just like general, but there's vampire logo, stealth.
Look, what's this one?
And that's £22. That's Colossus, I believe. It's not actually a generic, like, proper logo
Wicker
for
Man.
it. Yeah, that's a cool t-shirt. And then they got the kids version down low, which is in colour.
They've also got their retro bags in. They're quite small. It's not a price on that one, but the other bag's are £4, so probably £4.
That weren't bad at all. After using the £10 coupons we had, Louise has very kindly let me have her one.
Well, I'm not going to get anything, so...
Got it? With the annual pass discount, £6. Right.
Yeah, it's a nice top.
That is a bargain. I actually really like that. So, yeah, I'll be wearing that tomorrow on the towels, no
I thought you
doubt.
said to work.
Could do. So as we come out from Adventure Point, we're going past Sea Storm here. Again, one of the older rides here. This was shut through most of the 2021 season, having a full refurb. They've actually got some brand new branding for it. Storms are brewing, it says, coming spring 2022. And we can conveniently see through here. I think they've just given it a full refurb, so all the components have been taken down and repaired, and maybe the boats have been repainted. But this is one of two new rides coming this year. They've got a, I can't think of the manufacturer of it, but it's similar to the SpongeBob ride at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And I think that's going around the other side of here. We'll have a look at construction in a minute, because they're expanding Pirates Cove quite a lot. So we got some new signage up for Pirates Cove. Like I say, it's really nice to see that Pirates Cove is getting some love and attention. It's always kind of been a bit abused, but because of the construction going on around here, we can't get any further along, which is a little bit annoying because we can't go down to, I imagine the Blue Barnacle's open, but we'll probably have to go around the other side. And also for the new coaster coming in 2023, we'll have to have a look at what's going on around there. But just through here, if I hold the camera over, we can see the centrepiece for the Sea Storm. It's all had a repaint. Looking really nice and fresh. So as we go into the wild woods, it's not very wild at the moment. Just been told by the ride operators at the top of the hill that sadly the Vampire is having technical issues at the moment.
That better mean it opens today.
Yeah, last time we came here in January it was closed on the last couple of days of the Winter's Tale event, so we didn't get to ride it then. And this is my favourite family coaster in the UK. Like, there are some good family coasters in the UK now, but this is definitely my favourite. We knew that the Gruffalo ride was going to be closed all day. Again, I'm not overly fussed by this one because it isn't the Bubble Works. Like, if it was the Bubble Works, I would be distraught.
Their closing day. Do you remember that?
Yes, we did. Yeah, so we've done this one, and like I say, it's not the Bubble Works, but I would like to see what they've done over the close season for in this one. It's just a real shame that this is shut, but by the sounds of it, it's been shut all morning, so it's a good thing we didn't come here first thing. So one thing that people don't really realise is they think that Transylvania is gone. Obviously you've got the original, well, it's not original, but it's from when it was 2002 refurb logo. There's actually some old signage from the Vampire along here. So down this path here you've got Don't Feed the Gargoyles. That is an original piece of theme in that. It's all hand painted, as you can see. And if we travel further down, you've got Ring at the Door, Ring at your own risk. I thought it said poor, I was like, that's not a word. Out of order, but the door doesn't work. Again, original hand painted, and we've got some of the rebranded Vampire logos from the 2002 refurb, which actually makes me want to add. 2002 was the year that Vekoma actually got the trains running. What were you pointing at?
A big owl.
Oh god, I didn't see that at all. Louise is pointing over here.
That's a bit scary.
They've got these topiaries everywhere. But yeah, as I was saying, it's been 20 years now since Vekoma's trains were added to this track. Obviously this is an aerodynamics coaster, but Vekoma refurbished it in 2002 so it could carry on running because they really thought it was going to close. As we noticed earlier in the season, there are these red marks on all of the parts of the track. I think this is where they're doing stress tests to make sure for cracks and all that. Be nice to see if they repaint it eventually, but we're going going to go into the vampire shop.
Purple colour.
No, stick to the original colour. I love the original colour. But yeah, let's go into the vampire shop now, see what they've got to offer in there, and I know Louise wants a drink. I never actually realised, like, they've actually... I don't know if this is original painting back here, but you never notice it when it's busy in here, and they've got theming on the ceilings for the old tree stumps. What are you looking at?
But I am not a medium.
Oh, it's sale items.
They're so nice though, aren't they?
They are trying to get rid of their old stuff and do a lot of rebranding. But yeah, some good vampire merch here. They've always had some good vampire merch. And again, the socks, which are £5 for the adult pairs and £4 for the kids pairs. So yeah, now 32 years old. This opened in 1990. Wow. But it's weird when you say how old these rides are. They are really, you know, getting on a bit. Yeah, this aerodynamics coaster is one of 5, I believe, left in the world. One other thing I just want to bring to your attention is they've changed the fast track to Reserve and Ride, which I believe is from Legoland, if I'm not mistaken. I know it was Reserve and Bot. But yeah, they've got all their fountains running. This was always Blood Red Falls. Nemesis doesn't have its anymore. They've got some theming along here with a random dead person in it. But yeah, Vampire is currently down. It's not even testing at the moment, so we hope this is running by the end of the day, because I really do want to get on this. The entrance for Vampire has been this way for a long time, but that is the current entrance. Obviously, if you were here years ago, this used to be the entrance to the ride, but to extend the queue, they moved it over there. Now, one thing I don't understand, because this is the fast track entrance over here. This originally, like I say, used to be the entrance. The old fast track used to enter from round the side here, which is now totally disused. So I don't understand why you don't have the entrance there. You come through the old fast track queue, which literally just comes around the side here, and then go round behind the lockers and into the main queue. Wouldn't that be a good way of utilising the old entrance?
What?
So they come through the main entrance, through the old fast track queue, which isn't used anymore, and then join up with the main queue. Like, that's just an idea, Merlin. You can have that one for free on me. But sadly, we won't be getting on this one. Hopefully, if we keep our ears to the wall, we might hear it running later. But let's head down towards the other park entrance, where there should be some construction work going on. Right, so as we come up from Wildwoods, or formerly known as Transylvania, here is the construction site for the new coaster and land coming in 2023. As far as we're aware, it's a B&M wing coaster, and it should be Jumanji themed. Now, I can actually view through this little gate here and see what's going on. So I can sneak you a view through the panel here. This used to be like backstage per se, and then there used to be a fence here. And that used to lead onto the green area where the beach was. Yeah, there's work going on at the moment. Not a lot at the moment, it's just groundwork, but this has now been approved, so this is definitely coming for 2023. Full Park have just put their proper planning application in for their new project, Exodus roller coaster. Fingers crossed it'll be approved. We're at Full Park next week for a shorter visit. We're not there like for like all day. Yeah, I shall say, because of other commitments, we're going to be a bit later there, but hopefully we'll be able to see what's new at that park as well. But they've extended the construction fences all the way along here. Where is Professor Bubbleworks' tombstone? Yeah, I was wondering, he might have been bulldozed, Lou. Hopefully they've moved him on the other side.
I will buy him back.
Yes,
he can haunt my place instead.
But this fence is 10 foot tall maybe, so I ain't going to be reaching over that. Hopefully around the other side I'll be able to. But yeah, by the tombstones we mean these ones. Oh, please say they haven't got rid of the Bubbleworks, like Professor Burp's one. Yeah, I would have. So there was like a tombstone that just said, Professor Burp's gone with the wind. So the Blue Barnacle, the replacement for the Black Buccaneer, it was never going to live up to the Huss swinging ship that was the Black Buccaneer. Still is a pretty good addition, but it's much more budget than the Black Buccaneer was in capacity and just like swing quality and all that. I know that's a weird thing to say, but if you rode it, it was just better. Yeah, you have to pull them down yourself, and it's got the little lights on it and all that. Still very good, and it's nice to see they have used the land still. One thing I would like to see is if they'd actually sort this tunnel out. I know back in 2002 they had to dig it out a bit more because of the Vekoma trains, but it always used to have some rock work on top of here that made it look like a cave. and ever since it's just looked quite ugly. You can get a better view of this red stress test paint along the track points here. Like I say, I'm not sure 100%, but I'm pretty sure they check for cracks with it. I think it like shows cracks and all that if they're on it. That's why it's on all the joints. Correct me if I'm wrong. So up round the far end of the Blue Barnacle now. We've got Dragon's Fury off to the side. This is where they're building the other new ride I was talking about. However, we can't really see much construction from here. Just because of the way the fence is. I guess if we went down into the Blue Barnacle later, well, you won't be able to see because you're down low. And unfortunately, again, it's a high fence, so I'm not going to be able to see around it. But at some point in the spring, we should be seeing a new ride through this area. So what with this being our local park, we will be here doing construction updates throughout the season. And the good thing is, there's plenty of places to stand for this construction of this ride. Obviously, standing on walls and that isn't advisable, but they've got this bit here where you can kind of, if you're a little bit sneaky like myself, you can stand up on the grass up here, which I'll add is quite safe. I'm not doing anything stupid. And you can see the construction site for the new coaster. So we will be here throughout the season watching construction of this new coaster, which is believed to be a B&M wing coaster. It's going to be a shuttle coaster with a launch and a couple of flat rides. So yeah, looking forward to getting on this in 2023. So it's great to see that Chessington is actually going to get a brand new coaster. The last coaster they actually got in this park was Dragon's Fury over here in 2004. So it's been a long time coming. You know, people say about Full Park not getting a coaster. Poor old Chessington hasn't had one in so long, mainly because of the planning restrictions in this area. Like I say, it's really good to see that they're going to get it. If it is a B&M wing coaster, it'll be something special in this family park. The first coaster in this park to have an inversion, and myself and Louise will be here on its opening day. Hopefully, if Chessington like us enough, might be here for the media preview, but I can't confirm that. That's just wishful thinking. It looks like Dragon's Fury also isn't running today. Haven't seen it going around at all today. So a ride that I completely forgot was coming here until I saw Griffin's Galleon. They've got the Timber Tugboat coming from Fort Park, which I found really strange because this is basically the same ride system that is found here. I wonder if this will be staying or being removed. But Griffin's Galleon is tucked away quite a bit, so if you don't know where it is, you wouldn't spot it. Also got some more painting work along here. This like water display has had a fresh lick of paint, looks a hell of a lot better for it. Got to be careful where you stand on this one because it does like spraying at random. So, development, Dragon's Fury has just started testing while we're around here. So we're going to head round to the entrance, have a look, see if we can get on this one. The Great Mauer spinning coaster opened in 2004, like I said before, goes all around the area, has a really cool layout. I remember when this was being built, this used to be where they kind of had the Action Man like headquarters. It's like a big playground for kids. But that was years ago. Anyway, let's go over to Dragon's Fury. So this paintwork is new for the season, however we saw it back in January. New painting on the entrance and buildings of Dragon's Fury. I'm not sure whether I like it, to be honest. It's a bit like in your face. Kind of used to be a bit more subtle. Needs a new sign on the top as well. It looks like it was a sticker over the top anyway, because it's kind of coming off. But yeah, the old building used to be like the station back there, which I think is a little bit more subtle. Got the old fast track kiosk here. So for those of you who don't know, you used to be able to get your fast track for free at Chessington and all the other Merlin parks, and this is where you get it from, this station here. So one of the more original animatronics on this park. This actually was in the park back in 1987. It was over by Dragon River, as it used to be called, the log flume, and it was actually in this original red colour. They made it green later on and recently refurbished it back to its original colours. So another thing to note, the old Nitrogenie stand, which was rethemed to an independent ice cream bar, has now had a wood effect put around it, which is interesting to see. And looking back over on the construction site of the new coaster coming for 2023, the entrance plaza is actually closed currently, so that would explain why the other car park isn't open at the moment. But I don't know how they're going to cope on busier days, whether they're going to shuttle people along or whether this is just temporary while they do preparations. It's interesting to see. Christ, they've been busy this closed season. Didn't notice this until we just came round here. Looks like they're building a canopy for the brake run and final part of Dragon's Fury. Getting trains on side, they've got the maintenance team down there having a look at them. You can't see them from behind the fence, but they're doing some work at the moment. Yeah, this is very interesting here to see they've actually got a canopy going up. Don't know why they're doing that, whether it's going to be for maintenance purposes, because the ride actually comes out and goes round into this fenced off area just over here, and it's all exposed. So I guess if they can keep the cars under protection, it will give them a bit more longevity, because I know they've had a lot of issues with this one recently. Entering into Wild Asia now. Now we know they were doing a lot of painting along here. You can see some of the new painting along here. The sign is actually gone for Wild Asia, so you just come through the archway. I wonder if that's permanently gone. Some new flagpoles up here with the Cobra logo. Yeah, it looks like this place has had a lot of TLC over the closed season. We've got some new flags along here, and Louise just pointed out the Jungle Bus is now gone. It's totally been removed. I don't know why. It was removed at the end of last season and just sat standing and not operating. But you can kind of see they've actually taken the vehicle off. That is the top of the right there, so the bus would sit on top of that. But yeah, they've got this nice beam fence, so it's obviously going to be like this for a while. Maybe they're going to put the timber tugboat over here, I don't know. Can we see over the fence anything going on? Yeah, the old ride being ripped out. Oh no, it is down there, they've just taken it off its stands. So yeah, it's not actually mounted to anything at the moment, but the bus is still there. So we've got some new thematic elements along here, as you can see by this stand. Some work going on the ground, some old Winter's Tale signs here. This is what I think is going to be the entrance. I think they're going to bring you round here and you're going to come in through Wild Asia, because it's the only logical way that it will work at the moment.
That would make sense why there's temporary.
I shall say that would make sense. But yeah, that will be certainly very interesting. The shop is currently closed, but again, we've got more painting along here. All of this has been done since we visited in January. Tuk-tuks have all been painted up.
The bunting and that.
It does, it's just little things that add to these areas. It looks like the temple's been repainted and some of the elephants, so let's go have a closer look at some of the work that's been done. I really love what they've done with this bunting. Like, it's really reminiscent of Expedition Everest. Walt Disney's Animal Kingdom, they have a lot of bunting everywhere, don't they?
Oh, I need to get back there,
We will do one day. I'm actually wearing my 50th anniversary t-shirt, which we got in the Oxford Street store. Yeah, we went to Oxford Street in London, they were selling the 50th merch.
My special.
That's my t-shirt.
My special.
My Indiana Jones and the Temple of Pharaoh shirt. But they've been painting away down here, like I say here, Pot's been painted, the sides of Cobra have been painted. Looks like Cobra is running. I thought it was closed, but there are people on it. Tuk-tuk Turmoil is open again. It's had a repaint. Looks like some new theming on the edge in the form of that like metal roofing. Just some TLC, which this area really needed. It's already pretty heavily themed, just needed some work to keep it up. Again, we've got more thematic elements and the elephants that we saw being painted during Winter's Tale event over here. They do look impressive. I don't understand why the monkey swinger is so happy. It's in pieces at the moment. But yeah, this one is one of the rides that was meant to be closed today. It's had a full refurbishment, new cars going on it, or new swings should I say. Again, it's had a total repaint, looks really good for it. But yeah, I was just laughing because it looks like a little smiley face at the top of here, but this is just part of the ride system along here. So hopefully later on we get back on this, but this is a bit of a super soaker, this one, as it has the fountains going around the edge of the ride when you're on it, so you can get quite wet. So I'm really impressed with what they've been doing around this area of the park. It's like the whole land has been given a lick of paint and looks amazing for it. Like even the Temple of Mayhem along here, which is just a simple little fun house. It used to be Dennis's Madhouse when this was Beano Land, but yeah, it was quite like dull and didn't stand out. And now it really stands out with this new paint job. It looks really good. But yeah, even Cobra has had a repaint on its signage up there. Just looks a hell of a lot fresher. It's quite weird to look at, to be honest. Anyway, we're going to head into the Lorikeet Lagoon and see if Louise can get pooed on. So in Lorikeet Lagoon, you can choose to get yourself a feeding pot and the lorikeets swarm you. We did this in Busch Gardens, didn't we, Lou? Louise is just pointing out the ducks along here.
Oh, look at that pigeon with the scary eyes.
But yeah, they've got various birds in here. The pigeon, as Louise was calling it, but the lorikeets will literally come over and feed off of you if you have some food. Do you remember when I did it in Busch Gardens, Lou? Hot charge.
Who hard.
So mature. So yeah, the lorikeets are currently over where the food is at the moment. I think it's only about £2 a pot. But like I say, if you want to give it a go, it's quite good. But you do run the risk of getting food on, because the birds get very excited when there's food involved. Got Cobra running now. Yeah, the lorikeets are out, but they're not interested in us because we ain't got food. You want to subscribe to Wilder Coasters? He's a bit unsure. He's like, that ain't food. Oh, he did a poo. See what I mean, guys? I scare birds. Wow, no, I don't have food.
That seed looks good.
Yeah, it's nice to see the lorikeets. Lots of animals in this area of the park. We'll have to go around the zoo a bit later on after lunch.
What's your favourite animal in the lorikeet enclosure?
The lorikeets. They're just so colourful.
Mine is the duck.
I thought you would say that. But yeah, we just looked at the app and apparently the vampire is now open. It's a 5-minute queue. Just don't say it too loud because people will start charging. So we're going to head over towards the vampire now. Yeah, they overheard me and they're gone. We're going to head over to the vampire now and get on it before the queue gets too long. Right, so vampire is now open. It's been open for about 10-15 minutes, so hopefully probably get me a bit longer than a 5-minute queue. But we've just filled up the refillable mug, 75p for a refill. And we're going to get on our favourite family coaster in the UK. Is this your favourite though, or do you have another favourite?
I like ice.
Fair enough, yeah, it's going to be a bit longer than 5 minutes. Queuing from back here, looking at least 40 minutes from here. So currently, it's only got test dummies in it. That would explain why the queue's so long. Yeah, hopefully they can actually get the test dummies out and open it. So that would explain why the queue is longer than 5 minutes. It hasn't been updated. So one good thing, they're still testing it. A lot of people have left the queue now. They aren't using the extension queue, which is good for us, and hopefully it'll be signed off and it will start running very shortly. Been queuing what, about 15 minutes?
Since 11:58.
So not bad at all. So after spending 25 minutes in the queue, the ride broke down again. I don't think anyone actually got on it. They were testing it, and then they let people in the queue, and then they continued testing it, and then it went down again. So it's obviously something quite major. Probably not the best decision on their part to open the queue before the ride was ready. I suppose there are likely to be hiccups at the beginning of the season, but someone in the management position should have been like, look, the ride is not ready for running.
Let's not open it.
Unless they literally opened it and then the fault came back on the first train, which I suppose is possible. Anyway, we're going to go grab some lunch now, and then we're going to go enjoy a bit of the zoo, maybe have a look at the Scorpion Express, that sort of thing. So we'll see you in a bit.
Ruin our day.
Now, I'm actually enjoying it. It's just nice to get back to the parks. Thankfully, when you come back to a park after the close season, there's so much new stuff to look at.
Yeah.
I don't mind. If it was mid-season and I'd done all that, and wanted to just get on the rides, fair enough. But yeah, I'm enjoying the day. The weather's nice so far. So since we've come out of the park, it has clouded over a bit. It's kind of chill off a bit, isn't it? So we've both got jackets now. It's not cold by no means, it's just clouded over a bit. Oh, that's to re-enter the park. We'll put that in the bin. We're going to head into the Yoo-Hoo Children's Zoo, which I feel this needs a re-theme, doesn't it? Like, it was Yoo-Hoo even a big toy brand? I imagine it was a toy brand. They look like this. They look like it. Yeah, I guess that's what it was. I thought they were Beanie Babies. But Louise has to see the bunnies. It's part of our. It's we just make sure they're still looking after them well. So we'll have a look in here, get some more rides on. Looks like Dragon's Fury is now open. The Vampire is still down at the moment, but we'll keep our eyes peeled as we really want to get on that. So she's straight over. She don't care about anything else. Look, the old bunny's basking in the sunlight down here.
Come.
Well, that's the original one. Because they used to be a pair, then one died. And they got two new ones. So the one down here, which you can't really see because of the lighting, is the original now. It's not going to focus on it. The petting zoo's quite good to come to. It doesn't look like they've got a lot of the animals out. Normally the goats and all that free roam. So you can just walk around and pet them if they're out. Can't go over to the rabbits though, sadly. But yeah, it looks like this is in a bit of a liquor paint, just looks a bit fresher, gives the goats a bit more privacy if they want it, because you used to be able to go on this grass if you wanted. And basically if the goats or donkey or whatever, goat or sheep even, they roam around as well, goes behind the rope, you're not allowed to follow it. We've got the micro pigs out here. Just having a little chill.
They've moved its house.
Yeah, because it used to have this one over here, it's a different enclosure now.
Hello.
Hey pig. So Mexicana looks like it's seen minimal work done to it this season. They obviously did all of this work last season, but it's just a few little details they've done, like the orange on the top of the tortilla restaurant here and on top of the saloon, just so they put some highlights in. I love this tortilla restaurant. It isn't currently open at the moment. I hope it is coming back. Lou's gonna have a little dance. It is very like dancey music around here. I hope this is staying because we love tortilla, don't we, Lou? And it's one of our favourite places to come at Chessington. It is shut at the moment. That is concerning. I hope. Oh yeah, still doing the find and seek thing here. Hopefully you've seen our video on that. We actually got asked by the people at My Moments to come out and review it for them. They sent us a book and everything. Yeah, it is all here. The game stand has been ripped out and changed for all animal skulls. This is pretty cool actually.
I love how I find that straight away.
So yeah, they used to have the game stands. That's where the money used to go. That's interesting to see how they're reusing unused stalls. Right, so this could backfire in our face, but I've just gone on the app and the vampire has gone from closed to open, 5-minute queue, so we ditched the queue. We literally just arrived in the queue for Scorpion Express, and hopefully we'll be able to get on Vampire now, so that's the plan. We're going to head over towards Vampire, and yeah, like I said, hopefully it's open and this won't backfire, because to be honest, they probably had about a 15-20 minute queue. It was queuing from just inside the building, but over a choice of a McBride's simple runaway train or an Aerodynamics roller coaster.
He's going to be upset and I'm going to be very upset.
I hope it's right, so yeah, let's head over to Vampire. So Vampire is running with people on it now, which is a good sign. Let's just hope that the app didn't update too late and the queue's like 40 minutes. Hopefully we'll see you when we get off the Vampire. So far so good. We're walking down the queue and we haven't stopped walking yet though. We've seen trains running. But the question is it running a one or two train service? Because it hasn't run another train since that first one. So hopefully we're in luck. Some more adverts for the find and seek there. Where's the queue going to end, Lou? Is it going to be a walk onto the station? Oh, I think we have lucked out. But I say we've lucked out, it is running. I can hear it going up the chain now. So we will see you when we get off of the legend that is the Vampire. Will settle for this any day, and one thing that for a coaster nerd is cool, the lights are on above the platform, which shows us all the chain dog for the main lift and all the brake fins. Maybe that's where the issue was lying earlier. Yeah, at least they got the music on. Well, we've almost certainly timed this right. They're running one train and we have caught this just as the queue is here, so
run all day by the sound.
Yeah, so this is going to get busy quick. This might be the only ride of the day we get on it.
We might go on it last day.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Park shuts at 5. But yeah, it's paid off, Lou. Scorpion Express, all this. It's going to be this any day of the week.
We haven't been on it for so long.
They just need to crank the music up. The speakers aren't on in the actual on these speakers hanging up. It's just down at the organist at the end. So that was definitely worth the wait. We literally got there and we walked right through to the station. Took about 10 minutes, bearing in mind we were at the on the ramp going down. Running one train, it's going to be a long queue. The really bad thing is, on the entrance board, it still says the queue's 5 minutes long. However, it is to the entrance now. So you're probably looking at a good hour and a half, I'd say, with one train. Yeah, so firstly they need to be updating their boards a bit more frequently, as that will mislead a lot of people to coming over here thinking it's on 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The only reason I went with it is because I literally refreshed the app and it just went from closed to open. So definitely worth coming out of the Scorpion Express queue for that.
Yeah.
We'll be lucky to get back on this one again today because, like I say, you're looking over an hour with a one train operation, and you know they're in no rush to dispatch trains. Let's say they do appear to be trying, but only when they're doing the belts up.
Yeah.
Anything else is like slow, chill. But yeah, great ride on it. I do love getting back on the Vampire. It is one of the best family coasters. We've got on row 10, so quite near the back. In fact, that's the furthest back you can get because they normally use the last two for the disability queue. So we've decided the next ride of the day is going to be Dragon's Fury, assuming the queue isn't massively long, which I don't think it is. The problem is, where they're advertising Vampire 5-minute queue, people are literally running past us in the opposite direction now. So they get down and then they're like, oh, queue's at the entrance. They join the queue and then they're occupied for an hour and a half, which takes them out of the system, I'd say. God, about a breath from going down that little tiny hill. But yeah, hopefully we can wait like 20-25 minutes for this and get our next coaster of the day on. So we can see some of the animals from Rainforest going across their catwalks up here. Have a look at that, and we've just seen Tiger Rock testing. They were just sending boats up a minute ago. So possibly we might get on it today, but it's not confirmed. They have said it's going to be closed all day, so not expecting it. Just come off a pretty good ride on Dragon's Fury there. The only downside to that one is they were advertising 45 minutes and we ended up waiting an entire hour. Yeah. So that's probably my biggest complaint of the day, is they're not really putting their times right. Vampire's gone down again, so I'd hate to be on that.
I think maybe some people
Dragon's Fury? They're in the queue. That's working now.
No, I thought you said it's gone down as in like the time's gone down.
No, it's not working. I was just about to say, like, with one train operations, a lot of people would have been booted out of the queue. Hopefully they've been able to fix it and not shut it down. As I was saying while we were in the queue for Dragon's Fury, I'm not expecting this to be running today, but Tiger Rock, Christ, I'm mixing the names up. Tiger Rock is actually testing now. They're almost certainly not going to open it today. It did say on the website, and we got an email saying it was going to be closed all day. But I reckon they're trying to get it working for this weekend. So they had some scaffolding around the edge of here earlier, which is now gone, and it's all testing. Yeah, it would have been nice to get on this today because it is perfect weather for it. I do like this one. As I've said every season with this, it would have been nice if they carried on the facade almost along this front of the tiger enclosure here, because you can't really see anything from this side. Just would have made it a mountain range.
Couldn't they? Like the paws coming down the side and then...
Like what they've done is amazing. It's looking a bit dirty. Like it needs a bit of upkeep. But yeah, I do like what they've done with it. It does look pretty cool, especially before when it had nothing. Obviously nothing will beat when it had the two giant Buddha heads either side of the drop. And of course we have the original piece of theme in the Buddha back around here. I think we're going to have a walk around the tiger enclosure and see how far we can get. But I don't think we can get any further than the bridge there, which is a slight shame. So it's as far as we can go from here. We can't actually head down there, as was expected. And one of the tigers has just come along and is sitting down here having a hunk of meat. So the rainforest area was the addition for 2020. It's a great addition, and now the foliage is starting to grow up. You can't really see much because it's obviously before the spring, so it's not quite in bloom yet.
You get one of those.
But yeah, the capybaras are out. They just look so disapproving all the time.
I wish they were fluffy.
Oh, look, so slowly moving around. Look at that giant guinea pigs.
Look at their feet.
So we're going to have a look in the zoo part of the park now, starting with the safari area. Croc Drop is down at the moment, which looks like, and I've just noticed they've actually got rid of the bunting for safari, probably destroyed during Storm Eunice. hopefully they will repair that and get it back up. So we're in the Wanyama village, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sadly we can't look out on the savannah today as it's closed off. It was closed during the winter season, wasn't it, Lou? Yeah. This is a lovely little area. It's seen some renovations over the past couple of seasons in its like playground equipment and gym equipment over there. But they have various animals, including these little tiny like deer things, which I can't actually see any. And we've got the meerkat enclosure over the other side. It's very scenic. And we've got the Chessington Hotel just up here. So the Chessington Hotel comprises of two hotels, the Aztec Hotel, which is this one here, and the main Chessington Hotel. We've not stayed in these because this is our local park. We literally live half an hour away from here, so it's very pointless for us staying here. I would like to stay here one day when the price is right to do a review on the hotel room. It does, it looks really nice. It used to be a Holiday Inn when it was first constructed, and they ran it for a while, and then Chessington and Merlin bought it out and run it themselves. But if you get a room with a savannah view, you can actually get a view of the savannah and just about make some of the animals out towards the back. But yeah, I imagine that's quite nice. So it's that time of day where we've stopped for an ice cream and nothing more at Ben & Jerry's, which they've actually reduced the menu this year. They used to do these amazing sundaes, the core sundaes, and they were literally like £4.
Oh my god, you should have seen it.
I think you got like, you know, with your annual pass discount, it was like $3.50, and it's like a cup double the size of this, full of ice cream, little bits on top, hot fudge. They got rid of that.
I didn't have one, but they looked amazing.
And now they've made it so you can only get a 1 scoop cone or a 1 scoop cup or a 2 scoop cup. They don't do the 3 scoops anymore. So, and that's not too bad. How much was that? It was $2.75 before discount. And this one was $3.75. Then when you put annual pass discount on top of that, it was a £5 for the 2, so not bad at all. Towards Rattlesnake now, and if we're to believe it, it's got a 5-minute queue. Do you believe it, Lou?
It has got 15-minute queue.
I don't reckon it's going to be 5 minutes. It'll be total luck if it is. But yeah, the 1990, 97 or 98? I know Samurai was 99. I want to say 97. This one opened, a Mauer Wild Mouse Coaster. Absolutely brilliant, built in a little pit in the ground with some amazing theming. It's only budget, but it's done really well with some really good rock work. So we will see you when we get off of the Rattlesnake. So actually, we'll eat our words on this. It is probably a tiny, well actually it probably is about 5 minutes. Not long at all, I ain't going to argue with that. It's a low cap ride after all. So we'll see you after the Rattlesnake. The TV is still frozen on the same screen that it was frozen on last season. This is literally, no joke, been frozen on the exact same screen for about a whole season now. Like, I imagine they turn the screen off and it would like not, you know, I don't reckon the screen's been on the whole time. But yeah, that has been on for like a whole season now, and I don't know why I remember it, but I do, because it's like showing all the different seasons. Can't go wrong with a quick 5-minute queue for the Rattlesnake. I was legitimately surprised of that, but it is dropping off. We're in the last hour of operation. You get a drink, she's trying to choke me out. We're going to go on the Scorpion Express now, and then we've done every coaster in this park, haven't we, though? So Scorpion Express is currently a walk-on. There is no queue from what I can see at the moment. I'll have a look on the app in a minute. Obviously we came out of the queue for this one and it's gone Vampire, and that's a pretty good trade-off because now it's not even queuing on the descent down. So we will see you when we get off of Scorpion Express.
Your train is about to leave.
When you can just walk onto rides like that. I wish it was like that all the time, but it's not possible. We're going to head over to Croc Drop now. Vampire is back up and running, but it's advertising an hour queue, so I think we're going to pass on the last half hour of operations. Now, is Croc Drop running? because it says on the app there has a queue. Oh yeah, no, it's open. Probably a walk-on. There's no one in the queue that I can see. So we're getting our second ride of the day on Croc Drop. It would be nice to get a seat looking towards the construction site. I know there's not much going on down at that new roller coaster construction site at the moment, but you can bet when work starts going ahead on it, we will be covering it with bi-weekly vlogs just to show you what's going on as the coaster track goes in.
Hola! Hola!
I tell you what, I cannot praise Croc Drop enough. Like, it's a family SBF bounce tower, but
Now they fixed it up.
yeah, like I say, I forgot to mention earlier, they've actually repaired all of the damage inside the mouth. It had a few bits chipping off. It's all been repaired, which is good to see. I did think, Merlin being Merlin, they would leave that and just it would erode away. But yeah, brilliant theming on it. I really hope when it comes to this new land and coaster they're building for 2023, I hope they follow with it. Yeah, like that set the bar. And like I say, for a family drop tower, bounce tower, the drops are like a little bit forceful and nothing major. Yeah, a little bit. Right, anyway, we're going to end the day now with a ride on Tomb Blaster. So I can actually go on and beat Louise. So it's advertising a 35-minute queue this, but I don't believe it because it's not queuing from here. I reckon it's going to be nearer on a walk-on. It's almost certainly going to be our last ride of the day, but we'll give you our thoughts of the overall day and what we're thinking of Chessington 2022 season after we've been on it.
Yes or no?
So no bragging rights to Louise or nothing?
No.
Okay.
Explain.
Louise's dot wasn't working very well.
I couldn't see anything.
But this is a life goal for me. Top scorer of the day.
But you're not.
No, I'm not. It would have to break down for that, but I'll go with that. Top score of the day. Roller coasters. So that is it. It's 5 PM now. The park is officially closed, and yeah, that's the first day, or the first day for us for the 2022 season at Merlin Parks.
Do you want to summarise how you found the day?
To be honest, I didn't think it was terrible. Like, you know, I always am very picky. I think I feel like the general public when they come to this park, it's great. I'm just nitpicking over little things like why is this effect not working.
Yeah.
The only things really that need ironing out is stuff with their operations, keeping the queue time boards updated, and the issue with Vampire earlier where they opened it without it being running was a bit weird.
But you've got to think like this is where the start of training is.
Oh
right
yeah,
at the beginning of the season.
it is. But yeah, overall having a really good day. I feel they've put good effort into like refurbing the park through the closed season, painting stuff up. It's what I really want to see. And we will be keeping an eye on that construction site for the new coaster for 2023. I'm looking so forward to it. What did you think, though?
I thought it was a good day out because Chessington is our local theme park.
Yep.
We are very picky, aren't we? And I feel like Towers, if they had a day like this, we'd be like, oh, we had a great day, but because it's so close.
Well, that and we're used to going to other parks. You know,
Yeah.
once you go to the likes of Disney, once you go to the likes of Universal, stuff you get higher standards
I think,
almost.
like, the park itself looks really clean.
It does.
Really nice and painted. The landscaping is really excellent this year. So it just looks tidy, but I just feel like we've heard a lot of staff conversations and it's just like they're like down when they talk to each other. I'm not going to say what they said, but it's just, you know, like this
Takes
is
the
the
dampener off
second day
the
for them.
day. But yeah, I really like the new merch they've got in, and I look forward to coming here throughout the 2022 season. So anyway, guys, we will. We'll be ending the vlog now. We will be at Alton Towers in next week's vlog, which for you is next week, for us is tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I should be sporting my.
It's a sold out day as well.
Yeah,
They've warned everyone.
I should be sporting my new t-shirt that I bought today, but as Louise was saying, it is a sold out day, so it's going to be packed there tomorrow, 10 till 6. Anyway guys, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the like and smash the subscribe button, and you'll be informed of new videos coming out every week on the World of Coasters. But thank you for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, bye.